And now it's time for the rest of our morning headlines. The city and county of Honolulu's $5.5 billion rail project cleared another hurdle on Tuesday. The Federal Transit Administration gave its approval for the city to begin construction of the largest public works project in state history. The FTA issued a record of decision, which means the project has met all the requirements of the environmental review process. And joining us now to discuss this is City Managing Director Doug Chin. Good morning, and thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you much for having me.
So you're saying groundbreaking potentially in March. How can you meet that deadline?
Well, first of all, we want to point out that the record of decision that came out yesterday in Washington, D.C. Is a very significant milestone in this rail project. I think, as we all know, this rail project has actually been something that people have talked about and so many public workers have been involved in since the late Mayor Fossey back in 1980. And so here we are in 2011. We've reached this point. Getting past here means that we're very, very close to being able to break ground. And we're hoping to do so as early as March.
Now, Mayor Carlisle is in Washington, D.C. He is supposed to be meeting with Republican leaders of the Transportation Committee tomorrow. And you've said that there's been a positive reception on this project. But Senator Inouye says that he expects there to be opposition from Republicans because right now in Congress, they want to curb spending. So where do things really stand with the Republicans?
You know, there's no question that right now this is an uncertain time. When it comes to how Congress is going to be viewing various financial projects. However, every indication that the city has ever received, not just in the past, but even this week, have been that this transit project is actually very close to the top of their priority list. So in other words, the sense that we're having is that on the list of public transit projects that are out there in the country, the Honolulu Transit Project is very near the top, if not at the top. So what that means is that if Congress were going to reduce funding, they would tend to take away other projects like high-speed rail that's going around the United States. Not so much this project. And like you said, every indication that we've had is that they're positive for Honolulu.
And what is Mayor Carlisle doing right now before this meeting to really try to secure that support?
He's meeting with various congressional leaders. He had the meeting yesterday at the Federal Transportation Administration, but now's the time to meet with the various legislators, especially those who are involved on the Transportation Committee, because they are the ones who are going to be approving the financing.
Let's move on to another big topic. It's the medical waste that's been washing up on the beaches on the Leeward Coast because of that big rain event, and that led to the spill from the Waimanalo Gulch landfill. What's happening now in the process, and what do you tell the residents of the Leeward Coast who say, you know, this stuff is still washing up there, and if this spill were to happen, or if this medical waste were washing up into Waikiki, there'd be a much quicker response from government?
We're getting daily updates from the city workers. We have the ocean safety patrol going along the beach once a day, as well as people from waste management patrolling it at another time of day to be able to look at the waste. In addition, we're sampling the water. The quality of the water is actually coming back to near normal. We've been sampling the water every single day. So that's actually encouraging news. The other thing that's really important is we have a lot of people that are working on remediating the landfill. Quite frankly, if we were to triage the situation that we had, something very serious happened there at the landfill. And for all of us, we need that landfill to open. Once we get that landfill open, we'll be able to get the bulky items back into where they ought to be. That's actually one warning that we want to give to everyone, is to make sure that if possible, if they have mattresses or couches, that if possible, if they could hold that back, then we would really appreciate that, and that would help us out a lot.
All right, City Managing Director Doug Chin, thank you so much for visiting us this morning. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much for your time.
And if you'd like to watch this interview again or see any other segment of our morning newscast, you can head over to the morning section of our website, kitv.com/thismorning.